Ah yes, Sonic Adventure, the classic game for the Sega Dreamcast. I don't know about you, but it feels like I've run through this game's levels hundreds of times by now, finding all of the new secrets and routes. But you know, sometimes when I play the levels, it's kinda bugging me, like, what if I'm missing something here? What if I'm missing item boxes? What if there's routes I've never found? What if I'm playing the game wrong? But lucky me, it turns out that Sonic Adventure was released in the early 2000s, which means we've got a prima strategy guide for it. If you don't know what these are, it's basically the strategy guide books that used to be produced before the internet was super widespread and anyone could just look up anything. They're supposed to help you get through games. I've got some old ones here myself. So today, I'm going to be playing through Sonic's story in Sonic Adventure using the prima strategy guide made for the game. We are going to be beating Sonic Adventure the way Sega intended. And yes, this video was obviously inspired by these Minecraft and Pokemon videos. I saw the Minecraft one first, but the thing that really made me think I could do this with Sonic was the Pokemon one. So let's start up a new file on Sonic's story and see what we gotta do first.
Let's get him!
The guide for Sonic's story starts out with what's actually a pretty accurate description of Sonic's movement. It makes sure to let us know that he lacks Tails' ability to fly though, like thank God, I thought he was just gonna start levitating. If there's one consistent thing throughout this guide, it's that it makes sure to keep letting you know to keep using the homing attack, which I guess is for good reason, because it is used very often, but still. It also lets us know of all the upgrades that are in Sonic's story, so we're gonna have to make sure to pick up all three of these. To be fair, only one of them is optional, so we'd kind of have to get the other two anyways, but still. Alright, so we jump into Sonic's story, and the game starts out with the boss fight against Chaos Zero. Now, Chaos Zero is so simple that I don't really think there's more than one way to even try and beat it. After that, Tails crashes his plane, and we gotta go find him in the first action stage, Emerald Coast. Another thing this guide seems to have an obsession with is killing literally every last enemy possible, and again with the emphasis on the homing attack. Use your homing attack to clear the beach of enemies. Use your homing attack to move quickly up the bridge. I also think this one's supposed to tell us to just cut corners, but it kinda looks like it's just telling us to go chill on this little island for a bit, so I did. The guide also makes sure to point out where a lot of these hidden item boxes are in Emerald Coast, usually behind these walls along the coastline. Here it says to roll down the hill, but then make sure you're running before you go into the loop. Ah yes, because we all know what happens if you keep rolling into the loop. We gotta make sure to avoid this really long loop here, save some seconds or something. I don't know, I'm just doing what it tells me to do. And then at the end of the level, the downed Tails waits. I don't know why they used the word downed, it just makes me think of Fortnite. After Emerald Coast, we meet up with Tails at his workshop and fight the Egg Hornet. It makes sure to let us know to pick up some rings, but then back off to see what he has in mind. You know, by saying back off, I'm gonna assume they mean kind of just take it slow, as opposed to just spamming A and taking him out in one cycle. After very slowly taking out the Egg Hornet, we can pick up the key and head to Windy Valley. Now, Windy Valley is generally the same instructions as Emerald Coast, but they're very specific for some reason. Like, yeah, make sure on the upper path you, like, homing attack across the guys that are there. Thanks a lot, guide. Really, you're really helping me out here. Here it says to reach this extra life, you have to jump off of the bridge as it explodes, but I think I went across the bridge lightly enough that it didn't fall, so is that breaking the rules or is that just being efficient? I don't know, I got the extra life. The instructions for the second section aren't much better. It's literally just like jump on the springs and then jump on the panels, which, I mean, I guess it really is that simple. I don't know what else they could include. We gotta break open this ring box here, which gives us one ring. Great. That was definitely worth getting, so let's head over to the Chaos Emerald and beat the level. But it's now time for us to head to the sewers and pick up the light speed shoes. These let us do the light speed attack, but you just have to sit there forever and charge it up before you can use it, which kinda sucks, so I'm gonna immediately head to the hotel using the map and get the crystal ring. And this just makes the light speed dash charge up even faster, even though it is still really slow. From there, we can use the light speed dash to open up Casinopolis and enter the third action stage. Now for Casinopolis, it says to do the pinball game and also to go down into the sewers to get rings from there, so I don't really know which one it's telling me to do here. It says we need to collect 400 rings to exit the casino, but why stop there? So I guess we have to get more than 400? So I guess I'm gonna play these casino games for a while, and then eventually I'm gonna head down to the sewers here. It says in the sewers to use the light speed dash to skip the enemies, which actually does make this section infinitely easier. So I guess we can go down there, do more casino games, and then do it again, and then go down there. And of course, we have to take a shower as we exit the sewers. Never says how long the shower is though, so we can just stay there for a little while to get nice and clean, you know? It said why stop there? Do you think 1,500 is enough? Do you think that's enough rings? Well, I sure hope that's enough, because I'm not willing to spend more than 20 minutes on this stupid joke. After getting over 4 times the amount of rings we need to finish the level, we can grab the Chaos Emerald and beat Casinopolis. Look, it's not my fault, okay? They should have just made it more specific on how many rings to grab. After doing that, we can grab the ice key and head on over to Ice Cap Zone. Here it says we have to use 2 quick homing attacks to defeat all the ice bots, again with the murdering of the animals. I guess we're technically freeing animals, so it's kind of a good thing, but still. What if they like their robot bodies. Did you ever consider that, Prima Guide? Here we have to use the spring pad to enter a small cave and then chill out the ice bot below. I don't know why it says that, but we just gotta kill another one. Here again, it says you can hop down to deal with this badnik as long as you're not racing the clock. I'm sorry, dude. It's telling me to jump down quite a ways just to murder this badnik and then climb back up. Here it says when we're on this icicle path, we can adjust the camera as we go and take our time. I think they might be overestimating the abilities of the Sonic Adventure camera a little bit there, but good enough. In the snowboard section, there really aren't too many great tips. It just says, like, keep away from the walls. Oh, I was just gonna run into the walls. Thanks for letting me know. So we can go down ice cap, do some sick tricks, and get another Chaos Emerald. After beating that level, we head back outside the Mystic Ruins and fight Knuckles. Very similar to the Egg Hornet, it says we have to, like, wait for him to land and then use our homing attack. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this character conflict really slow and easy instead of just, you know, doing this and ending it in a couple of seconds. Immediately after that, we get thrown into the Chaos 4 boss fight, and again, it just tells us to kind of take it slow, wait for him to poke his head out. The difference here is that you actually have to do that, and this boss takes like a full 2 minutes of just waiting. Luckily, we only have to fight him once because we're just doing Sonic's story here. After beating Chaos 4, Eggman decides, I don't think I want them to actually play an actual stage right now. So instead, we jump on the tornado with Tails and do Sky Chase 1. I don't think there's anything in the guide about either of the Sky Chase levels. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's literally just leaving us here in Sky Chase to totally wing it ourselves. I don't know if I can handle this. I'm not that good at Sky Chase. It's just an auto scroll. If I die, I have to go all the way back to the start and do it all again. I don't just want to sit and wait, and I need my guide back. I don't know how, but somehow I powered through and got through without the guide. And the best part is that it was all for nothing, and the tornado just gets shot down anyways. Sounds like it's a perfect time for Amy to interject and take up like the entire rest of our story. And thus begins Twinkle Park. It says in Twinkle Park, we're likely to leave with a net gain in lives. So we gotta make sure that we end up with more than 20 lives on the way out of here. Gotta try and quickly get seated in a car here, something that turns out I'm not very good at doing. We're supposed to grab this extra life floating here in the middle. Oh, I missed it. Let me just turn around. Okay. Well, it just said to get it. It didn't say that we weren't allowed to die afterwards. As long as we have the net gain in lives, everything will be okay. After that disaster, we can enter the actual level. See, so it turns out I'm not very good at this whole bowling thing. So, luckily, there's nothing in the guide saying we have to hit all 10 pins. It just says to shoot Sonic toward the 10 pins. So I think what we did is close enough. It also says that once we're in the carousel, we're supposed to move to the left to grab the shield, even though I think it would be way easier if we headed to the right instead, but whatever you say, guide. And again, with the obsession of just killing enemies for no reason, I'm up here, but it says if I'm not racing the clock, I gotta jump down here and take out this badnik. With blood on our hands, we can jump on the capsule at the end of Twinkle Park and move on. And also, good for us that we finished Twinkle Park with more lives than we started it with. Otherwise, you know, we would have had to restart everything. In further pursuit of Amy, we can head on over to Speed Highway. Firstly here, it says we gotta skip this loop at the start, and we gotta run all the way over here and spin dash all the way up to the top of this building. What the heck? I didn't know you could do this. What the heck? There's another one on the other building. I didn't know this was up here. What? Now here it says we can either hop on this platform and ride it up, or if we're cool, we can just run on the beam in front of it. Now I'm not saying I'm like really super cool or anything, but I did skip the platform and I ran on the beam. So here when we start wall running on this wall, we're supposed to grab the speed up shoes. Now in this area, I don't really care about the tip, but it looks like in the screenshot, they just got hit by a cop bot. We gotta do what the guide says, right? So I made sure to get hit by one too, just in case like getting hit was part of the grand scheme strategy, you know? In the second section, it makes sure to let us know that we can jump over these obstacles. That's something I actually didn't know before somehow, so that was actually kind of useful in this section. It also makes sure to let us know that here is a magnetic shield. Whack! Right near a pole. I don't know why they wrote it like that, but I'm gonna assume that's like 90s speak for grab the magnetic shield. In this last section of Speed Highway, it shows you a whole bunch of stuff to grab and do, when really like none of it matters because this level is super short and it's all gonna end soon anyways. But whatever, man, we pick up what it tells us to do because I'm not the one to question the guide. We can jump into this fountain here and then hit the capsule and end Speed Highway. And hey, look at that, we found Amy. Just kidding. Bye, Amy. See you later. I sure hope that climbing this random mountain will somehow let me catch up to the egg carrier. Before Red Mountain, though, of course, we do need to pick up the light speed attack. This is the third and final upgrade that we're going to be getting in Sonic's story. By now, I think you kind of get the gist. It just tells you where item boxes are and tells you some speed strats for you to go faster. Except sometimes it doesn't, because it tells us to grab the monkey bars and then just climb across those, as opposed to just, like, totally skipping them, so I don't really get the logic there. It makes sure to let us know that as we approach the spike ball, we have to make the decision to go under or over it. Now, I've come to rely on this guide quite a bit. I don't know if I can make my own decisions here, but luckily Luckily for me, my extreme wit of being able to see where the spike ball is about to move helps me avoid it. In the bottom section of Red Mountain here, it tells us to hug the wall. You know, I didn't think you could hug anything in this game, but I'll try. Again, here we can pick up some extra item boxes that it points out to us. We can come out here and then hit the capsule. Man, it really sucks that climbing this random mountain didn't help me catch up to the egg carrier at all. But would you look at that? Tails so conveniently times to come pick us up at exactly... How does this happen? This game is ridiculous. Anyways, I guess this means it's time for Sky Chase 2, which again, as far as I can tell, there is literally nothing in this entire guide about. It's okay, you know, I did Sky Chase 1 by myself. I can do Sky Chase 2 by myself too. And this time we got the Tornado 2, and it's like in X now, and that makes it more powerful apparently. After beating Sky Chase 2, we crash land onto the egg carrier, and then we chase after Eggman on the sky deck. Here it says that when the monkey bars start to break, it is critical that we land on the second level. I don't know if this is like a different set of collapsing monkey bars, but I don't really see why it's critical that we land on the second level when we eventually just have to climb a ladder to get up to the third level anyways. Or I guess here it says we can climb to the third level without a ladder. Here it also says that we can cut these corners by jumping, but I found it much more fun to discover that you can basically just climb up these walls that you can grab onto like a spider. The guide offers us the very helpful advice of shooting the giant blaster before it kills us. Here in this next section, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just kind of at this point am picking up the item boxes it's telling me to and trying to get through the level generally using the tips it's giving me. Look at this page and look at the ratio of tips it's giving to thing that it's showing. Look how much smaller that is than all of the things that it's saying about it. The guide also makes sure to let us know that the giant blaster shoots multiple shots in one location. I feel like maybe that detail didn't need to be included because literally anybody with eyes can see that it's shooting multiple times at the same location, but whatever helps, I guess. Here in this next section of Skydeck, we gotta make sure to ride this hook all the way around to get this extra life. All the way around. Just keep waiting. There we go. And then here, when opening the final door to the capsule, we have to give it exactly a half second to open. After a truly incredible character fight with Gamma that plays out exactly the same as Knuckles, we gotta go chase down Eggman and take out Chaos 6. The tips it gives for Chaos 6 are pretty standard. You throw the monitor thing at it, you freeze it, and then you attack it, and then you do that a bunch. The guide seems to really like its homing attacks, so I made sure to use mostly those, but just to mix it up, I threw in a light speed attack as well. The egg carrier falls, and Tikal finally decides she wants to show us something instead of just randomly following around for our entire adventure. So we head into Lost World. Not that Lost World. This Lost World, yeah. Again, you kind of get the deal by now. I don't need to walk you through step by step. You can see that Sega even knows how much the big water snake sucks. The section talking about it is literally called, "Can't this thing go any faster?" No, it can't go any faster. You literally just sit on it and hope to God that you don't fall off. It also says here that jumping over these spikes can be nerve-wracking and that the camera helps. Again, I think they might be slightly overestimating the capabilities of the camera. For the dark section of the level, it says that navigating the room in the dark is hazardous, but you need to do it to get the A emblem. I'm not trying to get the A emblem, I'm just trying to beat the game, but hey, doing it without setting the mirrors sounds kind of fun, so I'm gonna go for it. It wasn't going too bad at first, keyword being at first. It went very bad eventually. Eventually, after, you know, just a couple deaths, I did manage to make it through this section without the mirrors. For the boulder chase section, it says no rolling for Sonic, again, because I think we all know what happens when you roll. Just a flat out foot race, because I would rather not die. After a flashback that Sonic has absolutely zero context for, we enter Final Egg and chase down Eggman. Wait, actually, before that, we gotta do this puzzle? What the heck? Oh, but hey, look, the guide actually has an actual answer to the puzzle. I was not expecting that. All right, cool. Here we go into Final Egg. I'd like to point out that the amount of rings in the stage is 751 plus a range of 12 to 480. That's caused by all of the random ring boxes because they can give from like 1 to a lot. I don't know. But it's just kind of funny how 12 to 480 is quite the range. Now, at this point, I'm a Sonic master, all right? I don't even need the guide. Here it says that by the time we get to the second checkpoint, we should only have 30 seconds on the clock. You know, close enough. It's good enough. It says in this circular area, we're not supposed to climb on the walls. If you start to climb on the walls, jump off to reach the floor. Man, whoever wrote this must hate fun. Going around in circles on this thing is one of the best parts of the game. It says here for this enemy room, if we're not in a hurry, we should stay and stem the tide of beats. I'm gonna assume that means we just have to, like, kill them all. Oh, there are a lot of enemies in here. Okay, this is gonna take a while. I still don't get what the obsession here is with killing literally every last enemy in the game. Eventually, we best Final Egg and we make it to the final boss of Sonic's story, the Egg Viper. And yeah, there's nothing really special here. All of the bosses are pretty straightforward. However, the guide does make sure to warn us about the final attack he does, which is very nice. After taking out Eggman and avoiding said attack, we have beat Sonic's story in Sonic Adventure the way that Sega intended, with their official, authorized Prima guide. I know I only did Sonic's story, but honestly, all of the other campaigns in Adventure feel pretty half-baked, and I thought it'd be nice and fun if I just did the 10 action stages and everything else around it in Sonic's story. It's just a nice little bow on top. I can now officially say that I'm a Sega certified gamer. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like this, maybe like a Sonic Adventure 2 the way Sega intended it, I don't know. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and it's just one button press for you. I'd like to give a thank you to all my channel's current members, which is everyone you can see on screen right now, including Ren, Eliza, and Tails. Wow, I can't believe that Tails himself became a Bobster++ on my channel. If you'd like to get some great perks for yourself, such as having your name read off at the end of every single video, make sure to hit the blue join button next to the subscribe button, and a nice little video about memberships will pop up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.